Cell walls in plants have important characteristics, including the different types of cells that make up plant tissue, the formation of the interface between adjacent cells. Cell walls of plants often play an important role in intercellular communication because of their surface location performed plant to plant. Interactions, microorganisms, including defense response against potential pathogens. The primary wall surrounded the growth in cells and the secondary wall, which are more thick and contain lignin.
Structural issues. Polysaccharides and glycoproteins are components that are found in the cell walls of the plant and are characterized by their structure. Their most characteristic component is cellulose, formed by bonds beta 1 to 4, linked to glucan, interacting with each other through hydrogen bonds to form crystalline microfibers. Other components of cell walls are pectin, hemicellulose, enzymes, and structural proteins.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the function. The cell wall in plant has functions analogous to those performed by the extracellular matrix in animal cells, such as maintaining cell shape and structure, connecting tissues, and cell signaling. The most important function, one of the functions is regulate turgidity. In the case of plant cells, the solutes found in the cellular environment are less than in the cellular interior. However, the cell doesn't explode because the cell wall is pressed. This phenomenon causes the appearance of some mechanical pressure or cell turgidity. The turgid pressure created by the cell wall helps keep plant tissues rigid. The second one is connections between cells. Plant cells are able to communicate with each other through a series of channels called plasmodesms. These pathways make it possible to connect to the cytosol of both cells and exchange materials and particles. This system allows the exchange of metabolic products, proteins, nucleases, and even viral particles.
Signaling pathways. In this intricate matrix, there are molecules derived from pectin, such as oligogalacturonides, which have the ability to trigger signaling pathways as defense response. In other words, they function as the immune system in animals. Though the cell wall forms a barrier against pathogens, it is not completely impenetrable. Therefore, when the wall is weakened, these compounds are released and warn the plant of attack. In response, reactive oxygen species are released and metabolites are produced, such as phytoalenics, which are antimicrobial substances.
What are plasmodesmatas? Plasmodesmata are small channels that directly connect the cytoplans of neighboring plant cells to each other, establishing living bridges between cells. Similar to the gap junctions found in animal cells, the plasmodesmata, which penetrate both the primary and secondary cell walls, allow certain molecules to pass directly from one cell to another, and are important in cellular communication. Somewhat cylindrical in shape, plasmodesmata are lined with the plasma membrane, so all connected cells are united through essentially one continuous cell membrane. A majority of plasmodesmata also contain a narrow tube-like structure called the desmotubule, which is derived from the smooth endoplasmic reticulum of the connected cells. The desmotubule does not completely fill the plasmodesma, and consequently, a ring of short cytoplans is located between it and the inner surface of the membrane-lined channel. Plasmodesmata typically form during cell division when parts of the endoplasmic reticulum of the parent cell get trapped in the new cell wall that is produced to create daughter cells. Thousands of plasmodesmata may be formed that connect the daughter cells to one another.